Golf Club here in Hampshire. We're here today looking at a long iron drill that can really help you hit these clubs a little bit more solidly and a little bit more consistently. Now, I don't think it's any secret to any golfers out there that long irons in particular have become very much the most difficult clubs to use in recent years, and if you're buying a set of clubs anytime soon, you'll actually find it almost impossible to buy things like a 2 or a 3 iron these days, very much replaced by hybrid clubs. But what I'm going to say now really applies to hybrid clubs in a similar way. And if you're a player who reaches a point in your golf bag where the next iron up no longer goes any further than the previous one, so for instance your 4 iron doesn't go any further than your 5 iron, then there's a good chance that your club delivery, your impact position, and in particular your strike is what's letting you down there. If you know that you're striking it well and you still don't hit the ball any further than the previous club, then that would be an indication that it's time to reach for a hybrid. So hybrid's easier to launch, higher ball speed off the club face, that's where you'll gain your distance back. But let's assume for a moment that you're a player who wants to continue using a 4 or 5 iron but wants to hit them a little bit more consistently, certainly further and beyond the club below it in the golf bag. So how can we create that? Well, one of the keys to hitting long irons effectively is to deliver a shallower, more of a sweeping type of motion than a mid to short iron. When we hit mid to short irons, it's okay to be hitting down and taking reasonable sized divots, but with a long iron in particular, we want to just, if anything, just brush the grass as we sweep through. We call it kissing the grass. So to help create that, and if you're a player who when you hit your long irons tends to struggle with strike and launching them correctly, here's a drill that could really help. I've got the ball set up on a T-peg, and that T-peg is pushed into the ground, if you like, to the equivalent of a finger depth. So I've just pushed the T-peg in until my fingers touch the ground, and that's how much T-peg is sticking out. It would be roughly the equivalent to, say, one of those blue graduated tees that we see in pro shops. So the ball's higher than I would normally have it teed for a par 3 shot, for instance. And all I'm going to try and do is make a swing and just teach myself to sweep the ball off the T-peg without actually touching the grass, without taking a divot. So it's okay to clip the T-peg, but it's not okay to hit the ground. So as we set up, ball slightly further forward than, say, a short iron, good setup, good body alignments, and all I'm trying to do is make a swing where I sweep the iron head through and feel like I'm gonna pick the ball off the tee. Now straight away I see a much higher launch and a reasonably solid strike on that. The T-peg's there, no problem at impact. So I gain my launch back, and if you deliver this kind of motion when the ball's sat down on the ground, similar kind of swing, you're going to be sweeping your long irons away, hitting the ball really solidly.